English with Deck.
Okay, and welcome back to another episode of English with Deck from Deck English. Okay, now here we are back to the medical questionnaire topic. This is part 2, so if you have not already listened to part 1, I do recommend it just to bring you up to speed. Okay. So in the previous episode, part 1, we discussed how you can really upgrade your chances of succeeding in your first and continuous medical appointments in a foreign country. Now, I gave a piece of advice which is what I personally used when I first came to Japan, and it really helped me tenfold. Okay, and just before we left off, we had just gotten to the symptoms section. Okay, so I won't go into too much detail here. There are quite a few here, but just some of the ones which jump out at me. Okay, headache. Now that's when you have a pain in your head. Sore throat. Okay, that's that word from the previous episode again. Sore throat. It means your throat, not your neck, your throat, where your food and drink, there's a pipe which they go down. The throat, that is sore, it's painful. And then the next one is chest pain. Okay, so pain in your chest. Okay. Now, okay, here we've got nausea. Nausea. So nausea is like when you feel like you're going to vomit, when you feel sick, when you feel, I don't feel good, I feel nauseous. Okay, without going into too much detail, but diarrhea and bloody stools. Okay, so diarrhea, well, if you're not sure, be careful looking it up. Maybe looking it up in a dictionary before looking it up in Google Images. I would recommend that. Dictionary first. But diarrhea is basically when you have to go to the toilet for a number 2 relentlessly, constantly. Okay, you can't keep it in. The next one, sorry, my computer screen faded out. Okay, easily fatigued. Okay. Easily fatigued means easy to become tired. Okay, now let's just do a couple more, which could be common symptoms. Okay, dizziness. Okay, so, you know, when in your head, you're like, whoa, like things feel like they're spinning. Things feel like they're moving, even though you're not. That is being dizzy. For example, if you go round and round in circles a lot of times for say 30 seconds and stop, suddenly the world is like, woo, that is being dizzy. Okay, another one is a cough, so that's like that word again, vomiting, fever. So fever is when you're having a reaction, your body is reacting to an illness, and it creates a fever to usually try and counteract it. In a nutshell, there's a lot more to it than that, but anyway, fever, weight loss, losing weight, any more, stomach ache. Okay, let's do 2 more. Okay, rash. Okay, a rash is on your skin, and if your normal skin is like quite, let's say, a nice colour, a nice tone maybe, and suddenly it comes out in really patches of red and painful, and it's itchy. Maybe it's a reaction to something, a rash. Okay. Another one, last one. Loss of appetite, meaning that you are not able to eat so much. Okay, that was the difficult part done, so there we go. Then the next section here is when did the symptoms start? Okay. And then are you currently undergoing treatment? This is a very common one. So are you currently getting treatment for an illness? Are you attending medical appointments regularly for something? And also, are you taking medicine for anything? Okay, that will do for there. And on to the next one. Oh yes, have you had any of these diseases? So it lists a few diseases. I won't go into them too much, but basically some of the ones which I mentioned are kidney disease, brain disease, heart disease, liver disease, diabetes, blood cancer, and any other one which stumps out. And heart disease, there we go. Okay. Okay, then after that, if you answered yes, how old were you when you caught or became ill with this disease? Do you smoke? Do you drink alcohol? Have you received anesthesia before? So anesthesia is the sort of the injection. Basically, usually it's injection. It can be a drip, but anyway, it's the substance they give you to make you not feel any pain. So if you go to the dentist, they inject anesthesia into you, or local anesthetic, should I say, into you, so that you don't feel pain, and obviously any other operation or surgery as well. Have you had any problems related to anesthesia? Have you had a blood transfusion? So a blood transfusion is when you receive blood from someone else because you are ill, because you've had an accident. Next one, are you pregnant? And the next one after that, are you breastfeeding? So that's a mother will give milk from her body directly to the baby. And will you bring... and then this one is quite interesting on here. It's obviously quite an international form, but it says, will you need an interpreter with you? So that is, will someone need to translate for you? Okay. Well, I hope that today has been helpful. I will upload some pictures alongside these episodes on my Coffee page for any of you who would like to take a look at the questionnaire in question, so maybe it will give you some inspiration. It is in English and Japanese though, so it might be a bit challenging for a few of you, but nothing wrong with that. Okay guys, well look, I hope you are having a wonderful day and none of you need to urgently visit the medical establishments near you, but if you do, remember you can do it in English with a little bit of practice. Okay guys, as always, have a brilliant morning, a fabulous evening, and I will see you in the next one. Bye now.